All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to Game Cave Development. So we're nearing the endish stage of modeling out Butter Bay. I got two different versions of Butter Bay to show you. One is something that I've been working on, and then next would be stuff that Lead Heavy's been putting together. Jess over at Lead Heavy has been working on an update. So first, I'm going to start with this version, which I'm calling 6-1, and then I'll show you 7-1. So 6-1 takes the version of Butter Bay that we all saw uh, last week, or the last Game Cave update, and the 24th, I don't know, somewhere in there. And I went and fleshed out Marketville, the city Marketville. So I'm just going to go ahead and select this and hit F, and we'll just zoom right in to Game Cave. And you could see I started to build some basic low poly trees and plant them around here, including the window lake, a little gazebo, and then here I went and laid in all the buildings in Marketville. So in the first issue, Bombcat and them travel all the way up this way, around here, up through here, here, up this way, and they get into a little skirmish around here. Game Cave's up here. They can't take the transportation out of the city because everything's jammed up because there's a big event going on. So they have to walk it. You can see all the different areas. There's different business universities down here. Here's a little religious church area. Some housing communities. This is like Castle Court. I'm calling this over here. A couple different bridge towns. This is a nice big food area. Food area, you can see this. Boom. One of the things I also did was I went back and resized the Jolly Dagger, her ship, to more accurately reflect its scale to everything as well. So if I take Jolly Dagger and I kind of move it closer to here, get a better sense of how big her ship is compared to a average building, which for a single person, for a ship that's designed to hold about 2 people, at tops, this is about right. Just got a room there for about 3, maybe 4 people, living quarters and stuff. So even then, I'm wondering I might bring it back down just a tad closer to there. Yeah, more like that. So I'm always like right now I'm just still like adjusting size and scale right now. And I can show you over here in College Town, which is this little area of town that exists outside Birchwood. I went and laid this stuff out as well. One second. Okay. So with its own little church, and then it's got a little park area, shops and stuff like that. And then Birchwood I scaled down tremendously. It's going to be roughly the size of a small part of town. I need to build out its development more than I initially sketched. There's going to be different wings and areas. This is like 5 different versions of this scale I went through on this sucker. You can see these are like people representations. So it's supposed to be pretty big, but I think before it took up like this whole thing, and that would have placed it like what I did is I took this, duplicated it, and then said, hey, let's go and see how big that is compared to a section of town, And it should be about a section of town worth of space. It's a full university, it's got maybe 1,000 students that live there. So, like it should have maybe 500 to 1,000, somewhere around there. The person who runs it, the alderman, he should wield as much power as the mayor. So he's got a huge, like little mini section of town. But I need to build out his design a bit more than currently exists now. So yeah, this is and this all took a lot of effort. Like there are sections that you could walk up. You can see the people here, right? So there are sections you could walk up. There's these different levels of ramps that kind of go along the way. So the idea is that, when I do the concept art, I'm like, okay, here's a cool establishing shot of Marketville. I print this out and draw over it. Now, you want to see what this looks like? I already got some renders that I could draw over here. So this is using Maya's built-in mental ray, just basic mental ray global illumination. And then I baked in the wireframe maps so you could see where everything lies in terms of. So this is actually Castle Court. Castle Court's where all the food is. This is where here is where places like Pizza Pirates, Mabona Bobcat's favorite places to eat. Pizza Pirates. There's Chicken Ninjas and Waffles. Yogurt Fortress. I don't know if Yogurt Fortress would be here. I got to place that around. But I'm going to have Lead Heavy built model out based on my drawings these specific buildings, and then I'll place those here in lieu of some of these generic Monopoly shaped buildings. So you can see this is what it looks like, sort of with full lighting. And you can see Game Cave up on the hill. All these things mean that there's extra faces kind of hidden behind here. I got to go out there and delete them all. So it's not the cleanest model ever, But for drawing over and for layout, it's perfect. And there's a long strip this way. There's a short strip this way. So, and I had to be the one to lay this out because it came. I mean, it's pretty apparent to me just when I started doing it that this is really in my head, and I had just kind of try a little bit, but it's better to team up. So here's like a section you can see down the strip. Another shot. That's a cool aerial photo. So yeah, it's really great reference stuff, and yeah, right into this little area of town, this little mini part of town that exists right before Game Cave is something that was very much in my head. It kind of harkens back to Final Fantasy VII. This little like castle part of town in Midgar. I was one of this little extra part of town that has like these little castle keeps. So right now I got her modeling a bunch of other stuff in town, but also building me some tree sets, some basic tree shapes. She did it originally, but they were too detailed. So I have like 3 or 4 different shapes, and then she's making groups of shapes for me, so I can take those and start to paint them all in the park and stuff. See here, like this, I love. This is a great shot. These would represent like pine trees and stuff right here, So you can see what this looks like without the wireframes mapped in right there. See, a little harder to get a sense of where each shape is. They kind of all start to blend together. So that's why I went and rendered the wireframes, so you at least can tell there's a slope where all the faces are. All right, so pretty cool, huh? So I got this all done, and I got College Town done. This week I'm gonna further design this out quite a bit, Birchwood, quite a bit. Come over here, make wings, and add a few different things, and build up some stuff. So that's what I've been doing. Oh, I also went and rescaled Silverwood Mansion down a bit too. It was a little huge before. So that's what I've been doing. Now I'll show you some of her progress on 7-1. Let me minimize this. Oh, nope, that isn't it. Let me bring that back. And I'll just open 7-1. So 7-1 has some of my older stuff in there. And it has stuff she's been working on. Like you can see this right here is the older birchwood. See how huge it is? And here's what we had last time with Marketville. There's nothing, right? So you can see I've been pretty busy. Same with the college town and everything. So what she's been doing is starting to model out this area, Port Town, Newtown, and then this is Old Town, and then the rail yards and stuff. So and ignore this stuff. This is her messing with. We need. Her and I kind of went over this already, and I kind of just roughly took care of the sizing of some of the stuff. Like these are going to be air docks, right? But I gave her this reference that I want them tapered. So right now they're like blocks, but I went and was like, oh, they're going to be more tapered like this. So and then I blocked in an amount of space for Port Town, which is going to be a huge part of town right here. So you can see her, she tried doing some of the city stuff on her own. And you can see this is yeah, it's not right. So I told her, don't worry about that. I will lay out the city portions. I'm more interested in just dropping a few homes here and there just for scale, because it helps to keep a sense of scale around. And she's building more bridges and stuff like that right now. So the air dock's gonna look really nice. It's gonna scale this way. We're gonna have these chains coming down. There's gonna be these two. Oh, it's gonna be so awesome. I can't wait. That's gonna be fun to lay out too. So this is my old Jelly Dagger. Let me open 6-1. And you know what? I did not save this, did I? I gotta rescale that. So why don't we just do this on the fly, shall we? Just go over here, hit up on the arrow key, and we'll bring this down, and we'll hit F and zoom in, and we'll scale this down again. Yeah. Copy, and then we'll go open 7-1. Save. And we'll paste. It should have pasted it right where I left it. And we'll hit on the up key to select the whole ship. Now what I want to do is let's just reference the scale, right? So we'll take this right here, and we'll just put it near the old Jolly Dagger. So you can never tell with the Z depth, right? So see, that's better. Her ship is supposed to be more of like a Mini Cooper. Yeah, that's pretty big difference. So small ship in a big town. So let's take up, we'll hit W, and we'll just move this over to do here. Let's just rotate and now. So it's coming along, right? Pretty cool. So that was a little tedious this week, but this week it's a jump between. I'll be working on this and then finishing up the locations in the map over the next between now and the 20th. I'll be done with all that according to my schedule. So these are the last two big. This right here is monster, but this in the map are the last two big development things to do, and it's just finishing up all the art. So save that. So there you go. That's what we've been up to. Save. Like I said, I'll be starting again up on artwork this weekend, either tomorrow or Monday, depending on how the schedule works. It's all in my book. I have a book. I keep everything in it. So that's about that. I don't have anything else to say really. Just it's a lot of work. It's fun though. It's rewarding. It's nice to see. It's actually. I mean, I'll be honest. I've geeked out quite a bit over this in the last week. So I'm a little like, oh look, this is pretty normal. But like, if we go and select this little person, I mean, this represents, Bombcat. Now I can peer over and look out at the city, and I can see the school from here, and I can see there's a person floating way up in the middle of the air, and I can go, oh, hi, Truffles, how you doing? And then, this is pretty awesome. It's pretty fucking awesome. And this is all going to be filled out. I imagine it'll probably take me next week to get all of this done, and then another week to get this, and then this. So at the end of the month, this whole model will be done. And all the front part, the locations, the map, and the character art for the book will be done. And so then it's just doing interior art and a few of the layouts need to be tweaked. A few of the gaming layouts need to be kind of wrapped up. When that's done, what else? When that's done, there's copy editing. And so, like I said, I'm projecting somewhere between January and March. Conservatively, like pretty conservatively, to get 1-1 done. But it's going to be pretty fucking incredible. And then as soon as, let's see, I start writing well, I've already written 1-2, 90% of it. So I think there's one extra chapter that has to be done. I start writing again regularly October 20th. Yeah, that's when my writing schedule kicks back in. So by the time 1-1 ships to you, backers, 1-2, all the writing will be in the bag, and I'll be working on just artwork. I'll do a demo layout and artwork. I'll be on. And then I'll go back to Kickstarter with 1-1 somewhere between March and June of next year. And then I should finish 1-2 somewhere around summer, fall. So the idea is that once I re-kickstart 1-1, I'll be able to have these ready every 6 to 9 months. So every 6 to 9 months, there'll be a new book. Because I'll be ahead of schedule. See how that works. So that's it. That's the current update. So there you go. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below or in the backer feed. Thanks for hanging out. I will be back online pretty soon, especially when I'm doing the location stuff. I'll be streaming those live again. So I'll see you on then. Bye.